Where it is. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to get like theatrical and everything, but.
Okay. I want to see jazz hands.
Yeah. If I don't see you Michael Jackson moonwalk on each one, you're not doing it right. So, but it's mainly just like a little like inflection or something. That's really all it is. Yeah. It's like a really normal thing that sometimes I think it's just sometimes you're just not aware of it until somebody's like try that, and then it's like.
Come. Lola, come.
Okay, so let me see what she's gonna do. All right, so what you can do here, because I'm not gonna do it because she's gonna think it's me saying it.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is I want you to just have the long line here, and just say come and pull her at the exact same time.
Okay. Lola, come.
Can you unhook her?
Yeah, and so like she did this with me and Kelton the other day where she'll hide behind somebody, so you gotta, yeah.
Lola, come. Good girl. Sit. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You're just such a good girl. Okay, you can go.
Thank you, Lola. She said, I'm done with you.
Come.
Archie's not gonna fight you as much because he thinks he's getting attention. Oh, so that right there, I correct it anytime. They do it every time they come to the house. I tell people I can correct it, or if you don't care, that's fine.
I don't care if he lays down or sits. Do you care if he lays down or sits? No, not really.
Okay. Just because if you go the whole week and you're cool with it, and then randomly you're like, you know what, I want it to be different.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot trickier than if it's like day one back home. You say sit and you just pull him up, and he's like, oh okay, like.
Okay. Good boy.
The only thing is just like if he sits instead of downs, you do have to correct that.
Yes.
Because you don't want that to happen because down is like its own thing. But if he goes into a sit and then goes down like 2 seconds later, I'm not like gonna. Yeah, I'm not like gonna law enforce her and just be like.
You're so beautiful now. Yeah, good boy. Okay.
Good job, Archie.
What to do with my kittens? Should we go outside?
Sure. Yeah, let's
This outside or that outside?
Is this fenced in at all?
Yeah.
Okay. I just, with Archie not on the long line, I just wanted to like make sure we get both their recalls good before.
Yeah.
I usually tell people like, make sure that all of your commands are pretty solid on like a leash or something before you go and take them off leash.
Yeah.
Just, again, it's not that the knowledge isn't there. It's more just a thing of like, you know, dogs are dogs and they'll do whatever they think they can get away with.
Yeah.
So when they come home, they think they can get away with a lot of stuff. Yeah. And so that's like, again, even though the week is settling in, that's what that also the first week is for. This is so cool. I've never seen somebody actually get the line. I love it. Is this going to lock if I?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll usually like get maybe like a 30 foot, maybe if I'm lucky.
Oh, really?
So, and then it makes teaching everything harder. So I'm like, they actually got the 50 foot. Thank the Lord.
So, turns out the 50 is actually the same as the same price as the 6 footer and the 10. Like it's the same price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. They said 50.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is like, I just kind of want to make sure that she's not gonna like blow you off or anything for the recall.
You want to call Archie?
Archie, come. Come on, buddy. Come on, come on. Come on. You said. Good boy. Okay.
I actually thought he was going back in the house for like 2 seconds. I was like,
Thinking about it.
all right, why don't you give Lola a recall?
Lola, come. Is she afraid of that?
Yeah, so that's one of the big ones is actually, she kind of has to be forced to do that, or else if she's not made, she'll hear that and immediately be like, what's that? So keep encouraging her.
Lola, come. Come on, Lola. Come on, girl. Lola. Come on, Lola.
Lola.
Come on, Lola.
Good girl.
Oh, you're a smart girl.
Yeah.
Good girl, big girl.
Good girl. Sit. You sit. Ah, sit.
There we go. It's just little stuff like that when they come home where you say it and the dog's like, and you gotta like really like drill it in. That's all.
Okay. Lola, come here. Good girl. Good girl. Lola, sit. Yes.
All right, so like that right there, what she's doing.
Good girl.
Maybe you guys don't have an issue with it. I'll be honest, I do. So she's doing this thing where like when I'm training a recall, when they're almost done, there's this one thing they do, and it's where they'll come up to you and you'll be like, recall, right?
Yeah.
And they keep going, and they keep going, and then they like wrap around and come back,
Okay,
right?
okay.
What you want is like a recall that they come up to you,
Stop.
and then it stops there,
Okay.
and then like a sit is at the end of it, right?
Lola, come on.
So
Ah, Lola. Eh.
how much tension is she with them? Lola, come.
Lola, come. Ah, sit. Good girl.
There we go. It's like my favorite part is training the recall with the clients because it's like really high energy and all like motion based. It's fun. Good job, Lola. Good job. You don't look like you're terrified at the moment, which is nice.
Lola.
Lola, come here. Good girl.
She's like, I don't know how to run with this. You want her to stop in front of you.
Yeah. So ideally, I'm gonna have her call Lola back over. Lola's gonna be like, I'm not a circus animal to provide tricks for you. So what I'll have you do is just, and you can see these things get tangled extremely easily. The long line here, I want you to call her over to you, okay? And I want you to be ready to basically, once she kind of goes and passes you, to pull her back to where you want her to.
Okay.
And just kind of have like, it doesn't need to be an official like with the e-collar and everything, but just kind of like an or something like that. Just like kind of a noise to let her know like, hey, you passed your entry,
So she
field of
passes
entry.
it through the
Yeah, but like again, in this case, you don't necessarily have to hit the e-collar for like, because we're just generalizing it.
Sure.
If it was a thing where she was like actively fighting you, that's a different story.
Gotcha.
But for this, I'm just trying to carry over the rules. Sometimes, like I said, I can't remember if I used this analogy with you guys or not. Did I use the grandkids thing last time? No? Okay, I say it to everybody, so sometimes I get worried I repeat myself, because I do that a lot too.
All good. We do the same thing.
Okay, cool. So, like grandkids, they go like to grandparents' house. It's funny, this analogy doesn't work as well because there's a ton of grandparents, like my grandma now, who's like, I made you a sugar-free cake. But the stereotype, like I tell her she bakes with hate. But if you take the basic idea of like they go to grandma and grandpa's house and they load the kids up with sugar and they can do whatever they want. And then they come home and they still act a fool. And then the parents are like, you're allowed to do that there, but you're here, and these are the rules.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what's happening is they're doing like the kids are testing out what rules do I need to listen to and what rules do I not.
Yeah.
And if the parents aren't strict, the kid is going to start getting like super lax and like maybe start talking off to the parents, not doing their chores. Versus it's like, these are the rules, and the kid blatantly disobeys, and you're like, I get you had fun, but no video games for an hour or something.
Yeah.
Just something to that effect, right? I'm not saying like penalize your dog like in that case where you're like no food for the rest of the day like that. So I'm not like advocating for that, but it's just that idea. So go ahead and just, you can like hold whatever part of this, and then just go ahead and
Lola, come. Good girl.
just put her over to you. And I don't care if it's like in the front or to the side. It's mainly like once they pass the side, that's typically where it's a problem. Archie's like, man, they're having all this fun, not calling me over. Good job, Lola.
Good girl. Okay. Okay.
So what? Probably. It's just like,
Lola, come here, girl.
um,
Come here, girl.
and the other just big thing with her. Come on, yeah, you got it.
Come on.
Oh, you got it. Come on.
Lola, come.
Yeah, come
Girl,
on.
come on, big girl.
There we go.
Good girl.
The other thing is like correcting her, but after you do it, make sure it's really fun and it's really like there's no like residual like I hate you energy going on. Because with her, pressure could shut her down really fast. Like she has that tendency, I'm sure you saw it, especially before the training, where like she can lock up really fast too. There's a lot of like nervous dogs who, if their instinct isn't necessary to like run and scream immediately, they like freeze up, and she's one of those. So she's not going to freeze up the second you tell her to do something. But in that case where you correct her, if you kept it really intense after that, she could probably start to, like, you know, box up and get really just suppressed.
Okay.
Which, I mean, you don't want that with her. She's already, like, kind of borderline suppressed enough. We're trying to, like, keep her open. Yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan of. There's a lot of trainers that you say, oh, I have a nervous dog, and what they end up doing is, like, there's a term called Velcro dog. You ever heard of it? It's where, like, they take a nervous dog or a dog that doesn't listen well, and they use the e-collar and, like, reinforcement so much that the dog's scared to leave the side, and so for the rest of his life, it just follows the owner around like this. And because they repress the dog, like, so hard, the dog has no soul anymore.
Sure.
Not a fan of that. I'm not going to turn this into, like, a TED Talk about, like, how I believe in dogs philosophically, though, so. Good job, Lola. All right, why don't you call her over again? Let's see what she does.
Lola, come here. Lola. Come. Good girl. Good girl, good girl.
And like that, I'm cool with. She kind of just, like, hung by you right there, kind of like, ah.
Oh, good girl.
I always like it when they do that. That's cool. Good job, Lola. So another thing that just wanted to talk about with, like, managing her nerves, because again, I wish every dog could just get rid of all their nerves, but sometimes it is a management thing. So with her, drilling too many commands at once
For sure.
will make her want to be like, frick this, I'm out, right? That happened the other day where, like, you know, like with the tree thing I was telling you about, it was like commands, and all of a sudden she was like, yeah, I'm done. And she's like, I'm on a long line, I could just run right now. She's not going to do that if it's just 1, 2, 3 commands. But if you're, like, on a 20-minute walk and every couple minute or so you're like, sit down, sit, right? Because some people, they get, like, really excited when the dog gets home. And so they're like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just, like, drill these commands until I, like, am bored. And it looks kind of cool, but the dog's in, like, psychological pain. So I don't want to put her in psychological pain. So, yeah, isn't that right, Lola?
Good, I know that. Yeah, big girl.
And then, like, if she, and this is more stuff you'll want to do in the backyard, because, like I said, you don't want to get a dog home, like, day one and then be like, we're going on an off-leash hike, right? That's a little dangerous. So within the week, test, like, come out here, do the recall stuff. And if it's, like, just you and her, right? Doing, like, because if it's the both of you, like, it changes things, because you can, like, actually use the leash.
Like, hanging out.
Yeah, he's just chilling, bro. Which, he used to be so, like, his high energy was just untamed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just, I don't think he knew what to do with himself.
Yeah.
Very ADHD.
Right.
Yeah.
I relate with him a lot. But with her, if it's just like maybe one person you doing it, you can use the e-collar if she tries to, like, run away.
Okay.
It's a little bit different because she's kind of like chilling and hanging out with her, so you can just reinforce it. But if it's like a blatant, like, I gave you a command and I, like, ran away,
Yeah.
then you can go with the e-collar. I made sure to do that, like, whenever I talk about it. I really don't want to be, like, full volume because I don't want to say the word. And then she's like, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You good, Lola? I know. So she's probably, to be honest, a little tired just because we drilled that back and forth.
Yeah.
And Archie's recall really, he likes attention, so
Yes.
he doesn't really, like, fight it at all. The biggest one I think that's going to be important is, like, when you're on your walks, because I think of it as, like, 3 phases, right? So you have, like, inside behavior, maybe, like, backyard, and then you have, like, out and about, stores, hikes, right? So the first part is, like, you try to get the obedience good in the house when they come home, and, like, once that's, like, you're feeling good about that, then you make it outside in backyard. And then after that, you're like, okay, let's go outside, and, like, everything's probably, like, good to go and generalized with me. Not me, but, like, you guys.
Yeah.
And with Archie, I would want to make sure that you're generalizing the, like, hey, just because that's more interesting over there, I told you the recall,
Yeah.
and so you need to move this way.
Yeah.
And with her, I'm not as scared of that, because she's already got a baseline of like she doesn't trust a lot of things. So if you call her over, she's gonna be like, safety, right? She's like, this is my safe harbor.
Right.
But with Archie, I definitely like I could see like he's at like a store or something, and you're like and then he like sees something really cool, and he's like
no, there's so many people.
just like walks away. So is that a fear that you should have to worry about like a week from now? No. But while you're generalizing everything, like make sure you got on the leash, and if he tries to blow you off, e-collar and then like wrangle him back in.
Gotcha.
I know wrangle, it sounds like you're like wrangling like dinosaurs or snakes or something, but yeah.
That's accurate.
Yeah. So that's
Cool.
pretty much everything I wanted to cover. Do you have any questions?
Yeah. So like tomorrow we take him on a walk. If Lauren's at work and I'm taking him by myself, should I do one at a time or flexi for both, or?
I would say actually do flexi for both tomorrow.
Okay.
Just because you don't want to get them in a pattern of like I have to listen when it's only me and him, but then when we're together we can be acting a fool. You don't want that.
Yeah.
But I would say use a flexi. One thing with Lola, be careful with the flexi with her. She actually has a tendency to maybe like be 15% less open on a flexi than a long line.
Okay.
And I do think it's because she can feel just that tad bit amount of tension that you're holding the leash versus it's a long line and it's dragging.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'd recommend maybe just both flexis, e-collar.
Okay.
And then this is, just a reminder, if you're taking it on the long line, make sure it's not tangled.
Yeah.
You'll lose, you lose length that way, and then if she decides to bolt and all of a sudden you only got 20 feet, you're like, oh, frick.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to switch this one to just like 50 feet of rope rather than that, which seems to get tangled in everything.
I'll be honest, they all get tangled fairly easily.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had that happen a lot. All right, I do have, I'm just going to pull this up, the DocuSign, just saying that they're home now.
Yep.
That, I didn't like eat them or anything.
Right.
But any other questions or anything?
No, not for me.
No, I don't think so. Not right now. If we have questions later, can I just hit you guys?
Yeah. So we have, I'm pretty sure Kristen mentioned it, like in the contract, we have a lifetime warranty on both of the dogs. So if you have any questions or anything, or they're giving troubles, like somebody will come out. We'll just work with you. There's only one thing that voids that, and that's like if we're like, hey, try this.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't want to try that. I'm going to do this instead. And you start like blending other things with the training. Then we're like, we don't know what's going on in their head in terms of like, they have like all these different inputs. It's not just the training I put on. Like sometimes people will be like, oh, I didn't want to reach out, so I decided I took like I took a course online and did his stuff, and then can you come out? And I'm like, nah. Yeah, I'm like, I can't. You're gonna have to like, he's got to come like live with me for a week or two again. Yeah. Let's see, is there anything other with the commands though that I wanted to go over? I do have a little bit of a funny memory sometimes. I'm very like disorganized. So yeah, I think that was, but yeah, recall. So just there's a couple commands that I like to actually go over in person, just with weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like again, the wrangling with the recall or like with the sit. And as far as it goes with like her just like laying around and stuff on the couch, because I think probably for like the next day or so, if you give her a recall while she's there and you don't have a long line on or an e-collar, dog, she's gonna look at you and be like, like very side eye, like that thing she does where she looked at me and she was like, so what I'd recommend is just use a long line, pull her over, or you can use the e-collar, but just make sure it's always followed up with the marker. I say it a million times, but I've said it a million times before, and some people still were like, I was like, show me how you do it, and they're like, sit, boom, and I'm like, yeah, you just taught the dog that sit means you're getting punished.
Yeah.
Which, that's a really bad thing anytime you see a dog, and you're like, sit, and they're like, they go into like this thing of like, I don't know what to do, and like their legs are shaking. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, first dog I ever trained, actually, when I was learning how to train, it was a little dachshund, and I said sit, and he like bolted away, because I had like trained it the wrong way, and I felt really, really bad. Yeah, don't worry, I didn't do that to her. Okay, so if you'll put your email in here.
Okay.
You're home now, Lola. You'll be a lot happier. Oh, you have dad? All right.
She was like, I don't think so, buddy.
Let's see. All right, so it'll have you. Oh my lord! So it's gonna have you. Have you draw your signature, and then it will have you print it out afterwards.
Draw a signature.
Yep. Doesn't have to look good. My signature looks terrible on everything.
Good.
All right. Oh, cool. That's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I had fun working with them. Well, you know what? You let me know how they are a week from now. No.
Yeah. We will try not to mess it up.
Yeah. I hope not. If I ran into a client that was like, yeah, I just really just want to like mess everything up in like a week, I'd be like, warranty expired. Yeah, I had a lot of fun working with her. Like I said, I love working with the nervous dogs, like because you get to you bond with them, and I do miss all of the nervous dogs when they go home. I don't really know if they miss me or not, because I think maybe in the back of their head they do, but then they're like, I'd rather be with mom and dad way more than you anyways.
We'll ask her later tonight.
Okay, yeah, let me know what she says.
Yeah.
All right, Lola.
She looks like she's pretty happy to be home.
Yeah, she looks extremely happy. Like, she would not follow me out to the car at all right now.
Yeah.
Archie, what's up, bro? See ya. Oh, that is actually the one thing I did want to go over before. I want to see if I can get him like hyped up enough to see if like the jumping, because he's not jumping on you guys like at all really much, but he did when he first came in.
Yeah.
And so what that does tell me is with all of that high energy, like if you had somebody come in the house that maybe he didn't know or like doesn't live here, right? He could get really excited, maybe like jump for a second, which you don't want that to happen.
Right.
So.
Which we could probably test every single night I come home from work.
Oh, cool.
Like,
Yeah, so what you could do is, I really don't think it's going to be an issue, but it's just like I said, for that week, you have to reinforce certain stuff. So when you know she's going to be like on her way back from work, if you're here, have the e-collar like ready to go. That way when she jumps in, you can penalize the jumping like immediately.
So if he jumps, you do that noise. And if he keeps
the
jumping,
you can shock immediately.
Yeah, so jumping you can. So I think that the marker is better if you can be like, nope, and then hit it.
Okay.
Honestly, the reason I say that is your timing has to be really, really good if you're not going to do the marker. You do have to do the marker for most things, but if it's a punishment like that, like for instance, let's say a dog like bit a kid's face off, I'm not going to be like, oh, I forgot to say no. Like I'm just going to like do that. But with it like jumping, I don't think is as serious as mauling a kid's face off. If you timed it out wrong, he could associate that e-collar, that sensation right in that moment, to maybe something completely random. There are dogs that they associate like one patch of grass is electric, right? And so the dog's like, I just can never step there ever again. That's not what the owner wanted to do, but it's how the dog took it. And the dog decides what's a reinforcement, what's a punishment. I'm sure Kelton probably went on about, we probably talked about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be like, I would say use the marker, just because when you're newer with the e-collar, timing is just, you got to have the muscle memory.
Easy to mess it up in the beginning, I'm sure.
Yeah, like you know, like I'm sure you very much know the chain of events, but like getting your hand on it, like timing it out and everything. Once you've done it for weeks or months, whatever, it becomes really natural. But the first couple of times is kind of like, it's like riding a bike.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, Archie. See you, bro. You're like so chilled out. It's crazy. All right, well, let me get out of here.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun working with him. I didn't work with Archie as much as with Lola. I think Kelton and Claudia did more with Archie, but I worked with Lola a ton. Yeah.
Your happy face now.
All right.